Man, I'm glad that I've been married for 22 years and I've been off the dating market because the streets today, the way men and women interact with each other is totally different than the way it was when I was growing up. Nowadays you can't even approach a woman. Women wear earphones or music in their ears so that way they don't even have to communicate. Where back in the day you would be able to approach a woman or pull up on a woman and get out and talk to this woman and meet them. That's how some of y'all out there was born because we were approachable. We got along. A lot of men nowadays don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to dress right. Um, Certain attire to approach a woman to a point where you got men on YouTube saying this.
Best first date tips for men: you plan the date. Take control. After a few conversations, pay attention to common interests and plan accordingly. Be decisive. Indecisiveness is a turnoff. No movies or other loud activities on the first date. The first date is about great conversation, connecting, and getting to know each other. On the first date, please make an effort with your style. You don't have to be suited and booted if that's not you, but you want to be the best version within your style personality.
So we're in an era now where people don't even communicate anymore. They don't call on the phone and talk. They text message. They do everything by text. It's like weird, a lot of times when people go out, it's not going out for the liking of each other. It's how much money does he have? What kind of car does he drive? You're not even really paying attention to the man, or the man is just looking to get into your drawers so he can brag about another notch on his belt. This whole thing is crazy. But a lot of times, man, like I said, a man will take you out on the first date, and after that, he'll just go back to text messaging. I mean, to the point where they're saying this.
It's unlikely. It's unlikely. If he's still texting you daily but no talk of second date and you're wondering if he's just keeping you as an option, that's not necessarily the case. The good news here is he is texting you daily. So there's a good chance that now that you've had that first date, a good part of him now really wants to get to know you better. So hence he's texting you daily. He may not necessarily be asking for a date quite yet, a second date quite yet, because he doesn't quite know what the both of you should do. He doesn't quite know what would be the best kind of second date to go on with you.
And then we get to Tia Mowry. And Tia Mowry is one of them OGs like me that was married for a long time and had children. And she thought that the grass was greener on the other side. Man, I'll leave my husband and go online and, on YouTube, on social media, Instagram, doing little innuendos about her husband. Got a bunch of women, single women, miserable, siding with her, saying that he was a bum and she was taking care of him as if they was in the room in a relationship. Like they know this, right? I mean, it's just horrible. But now she's lonely, depressed, and miserable because she's looking for attention and affection from a man, but she can't find one because she's from a different era, a different world. What she's expecting from these men, that this new generation of men are not those type of men. You left your husband. You didn't work it out with your husband. So now she's on social media saying this.
Recovering from a divorce feels like a whirlwind journey. I found that through the process, divorce isn't a place where we arrive. It's entering a new chapter of life with many nuances and no one-size-fits-all handbook. One moment you're relieved, feeling like you've conquered something significant. Then suddenly, waves of emotions hit you all over again. It's a side of divorce that isn't often discussed, especially when there are kids involved. You strive to be a role model, teaching them resilience and self-care. You try different things to soothe and release emotional buildup with exercise, journaling your thoughts, meditation, and seeking therapy to cope with the breakup and the dreams you had for the future. It may sound cliche, but time truly does have a way of soothing pain. Someday, I believe I'll be able to look back on this time with nothing but warmth and gratitude for the beautiful children brought into my life and the stronger version of myself that emerged from the experience.
And see, everybody goes on to social media to tell their business. One minute she on there saying she getting her freak on. The next minute she on there crying. The next minute she's saying that marriage was a graduation. She's all over the place. While her husband is on TV now. He's, getting movie deals and doing so many different things. And like I said, they're old school, past 45. She should have just worked it out. Like for better or for worse, try to figure it out and make it work. And that's what I've done for the last 22 years of my marriage. I got married young. I'm 49. I've been married for 22 years and worked it out for better or for worse. But now she's online saying this also.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna try to do something different on my Instagram. I have entered the dating scene, and I thought that as I take off my makeup, I would share some of my horror stories. Of course, no names will be named. I decided to go out on this date with this one guy. We decided to meet at a restaurant, and I was like, okay, fine, let's try that. What could go wrong? Now, mind you, I did know what this person looked like beforehand. Oh my God, I'm getting PTSD just telling this story. This is my life. So he ends up showing up, and he's a lot shorter than I thought that he was gonna be, which was pretty interesting, but no judgment here. But what was surprising to me was he ended up showing up with a grill in his mouth to a dinner. So the first thing that I'm thinking about as he sits down to order his food is, oh my God, where is this grill going to go? Oh my goodness. He's just ordering drinks and all of that. Great, awesome. He orders his food. And then again, I'm just really trying to figure out, where is he going to put this grill? So our food finally comes to the table. And again, I'm just like, okay, where is this grill gonna go? And I was like, no, he's not just gonna take it out of his mouth and just put it on the table. Guess what? He took it out of his mouth and he put it on the table. Right there on the table. I mean, at least he had a napkin, right? But still, you guys, like, what the hell? Like, really, bro? How old are we? That is just, I don't know. It was just surprising and a little tasteless, in my opinion. It was gross, you know what I mean? Like, this is like your first date. It's like first impressions, you know what I mean? And he just decides to put this grill right on the table as we eat. And as we're eating, I'm just like, At that moment, I truly wish that I had been on a speed date, when you can just tap out. But unfortunately, I couldn't. It was a dinner and it went on longer than I wanted it to. Girls, let me know in the comments if I am like overreacting. If you're like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with a little grill on the table. After that experience, I did start to see that people are wearing more grills these days. I guess, I don't know, am I out of sync or out of touch? I don't know. Would y'all ever see me with a grill? So that was the first interesting date. I've realized that this is a part of the journey. You know what I mean? This is all a process, and this is what I didn't, go through in my 20s. It's been interesting, but it's also been fun getting to know me, getting to know what it is that, I like and what it is that I don't like. It's just a process. Love you guys.
And then she got little funny Instagram clips like this. Check this out.
In little funny Instagram clips like this.
I don't get why I'm still single. Like, I'm putting myself out there.
And And then the blogs now, because remember, the blogs and a lot of women have turned on her. Once they saw her ex-husband, Corey Hardrick, in that movie and come out there, a lot of women are saying, girl, you messed up. At first, they was going after her husband. That's why I said don't trust these women. There's no sisterhood. That's a bunch of crap. I'm from the block. A lot of these women will sleep with your man the minute you turn your back. Now, we already know that a lot of brothers ain't crap, but these sisters are just as bad and just as worse. Man, they'll act like they're your friend, but you seen what they did the minute Corey came out and got a couple dollars. They put him in the suit. Oh man, I didn't know he looked that good, and man, it was just horrible. But now media takeout and the blogs is reporting since her split nearly 2 years ago, Tia had a bunch of first dates, but the blog claims that no man has taken Tia out on a second date. The blogger wrote, Tia had a ton of interest after she announced her separations and went on dozens of dates, but no second dates. And man, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Marriage is not something that's promised to you like life or death. It's something that you gotta fight for every day. I'm gonna say it one more time. Marriage is not something that's promised to you like life or death. It's something that you gotta fight for every day, especially in the climate and the communities that's anti-marriage, where they don't want you to be married. They don't want you to be together. You know, they're not promoting family no more. Look on your TV. There's no more Cosby shows and Family Ties and Family Matters and all that kind of. Those days are over. They're trying to break up the family, the structured family. They're ushering in a whole nother thing, and I ain't got to mention that. We see everything that's going on. We see what they're pushing. And like I told you, they got generations of young people that are very selfish. They only care about themselves and what they can get. We're not thinking about doing things together as a family, in love and all that kind of stuff. There's no more love music. Where is it? Listen to the lyrics in the music today. We don't celebrate our love for each other. All those days are gone. Are gone. So when Tia Mowry, as in her 40s, on the other side of 45, when she leaves her husband and comes back out into this dating market, she's a relic. She's old school. She's in a place where she don't belong because the men don't speak her language. And this is the world we're living in. We're in a time now where men are saying 50-50. There's equality. You want equality? Well, if you want equality, now, you know, we're going to share these bills. We're going to share the punishment. We're going to share the good times. I come from a time when being a stepfather was normal. I come from a time when the men took care the bulk of everything. I come from that. I was raised in that. That's what I know. My sons and this new generation are not being raised up in that. So you see her now, because she thought the grass was greener on the other side, lonely, depressed. Men going out with her, these new age men, the way that they think, they don't like her. She talk too much. She got too many demands. You want to be a new age woman, but you want your man to be traditional. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. So, and like I said, man, a lot of these guys that go out with her, they see what she did to Corey Hardrick, and they'll say, man, it ain't gonna be me. That's not gonna be me. So I think that she should just went back to her husband and tried to figure it out. But when she went online running her mouth and just saying so much stupid stuff, I think she pretty much messed all that up, man. But like I tell you girls out there, man, we're in a different day, we're in a different time. If you got a good man, lock him down and keep him, because the era that we go in now and what they're ushering in, they're socially engineering you to not care about nothing but yourself, man. Just look around you, look in the mirror, listen to some of the conversations people around you have. There's no more love, there's no more respect, there's no more sacrifice, there's no more commitment, and this is what Tia Mowry wanted to run out to. These girls listening to Megan Thee Stallion and Sexy Red and Glorilla on them every day. And we already know what a lot of the guys are doing. So if you've been in a long-term relationship, you would rather go out and if there's no physical abuse, you would rather go out and be single and go back out into this world, this market? I don't think so. I'm staying with my wife. I'm cool. My wife old school like me. I'm cool. I met my wife in church, but my wife was approachable. I was able to walk up to her and talk to her. She didn't stop and say, excuse me, or have an attitude or think that she was above me. It's a different world we live in today, though. Totally different world. So I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.